Alright guys, Kazoo71 here on my Aberration playthrough on Ark Survival Evolved, not Ascended, Evolved for beginners. Now I apologize, there's a little glitch here in my sound at the very beginning here. My computer, this new computer, guys, got some issues. I got this new computer so I can play Ark Survival Ascended, and I probably shouldn't have done so because Ark Survival Ascended is no more than Ark Survival Evolved. They're adding a couple of dinos, and a lot of people think it's going to die and wither away. So I don't know. Who knows? So like I said, for a few seconds here, I'm going to have a little glitch in the sound. I apologize. But I was last episode I showed you guys, I was running around on my my new Reaper there, just testing out the attacks and stuff. And then I'm coming back. I'm right by my base. There's a little river here. There's always a lot of fish in here, and there's always these aberrant otters. So I want to show you guys that this is the best place, I believe, in Ark Survival Evolved to tame otters. But they're aberrant otters, so if you want regular otters, this isn't the best place. But best place to get them, and it's also the hardest thing to do, hardest way to tame them, because of two instances. Number one, when you have the earthquakes come by when you're in Aberration, it shakes and it's hard to get them. But the other part is, instead of them swimming, they sit on the bottom like this. Occasionally they'll move around and they'll swim, but it's really hard to get that feed thing. As you can see, you'll see it highlighting orange, kind of yellow every once in a while, and it'll say hit E to feed, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to get it. But when you're holding these big fish, which there's tons of fish here, so that's what makes it really easy. You can just shoot all these fish, and you got all these fish to feed them. But these other fish get in the way, and these otters just sit there on the bottom, and it's really hard to hit that E button. But great place to get them. There's some raptors coming over there. We'll take care of those raptors in a minute. I ain't worried about them. But I don't know if I showed this part. I don't think I did. I threw a couple of glow lights in the water so that I could see. There you go. I fed one of the otters. But I think I took that part out because it was really, the sound was worse than the other part of that bad part of the sound. So, but when I first came over here, what I did was I stood on top of my Reaper. I threw a couple of glow lights in the water. And then once those glow lights were in the water, then I could see everything going on. It makes it a lot easier. So, yeah. And best thing to do is tame them at nighttime. I like to tame them at night. You can come in here and tame them in the daytime. It's fine too. But at nighttime, I can use the glow lights, and it makes it a lot easier. You can also see them in the day, but I'm telling you, it's just really crystal clear at night out here. So it makes it really easy. So as you can see, there's a raptor there. Two raptors across the river there. I ain't really worried about those yet. They don't really attack things in the water much. They'll attack land creatures and run them across the water, but they don't go after fish, and they don't go after otters unless the otters are on the land. So here we go. Here he comes. He's coming. We're going to back up a little bit, and I'm going to take these raptors out. So I'm using the, by the way, awesome spyglass. That's what you're seeing on the left side. Now, the cool thing with the otters is I'm using what's called the tracker, which they came out, TLC update, several years ago in Ark Survival Evolved. The TLC update came out with the trackers, and you can use those to track them. So once you feed the otter once, put them in your tracking HUD, your taming HUD, and you can follow them really easy. Ark Survival Ascended supposedly has a taming HUD and everything else. It sucks, dude. It don't work. The groups don't work. The tames don't work. None of that stuff works, and I don't think they have addressed it at all. So I don't really care. Sorry, I complain a lot about Ark Survival Ascended. I apologize. I'm playing it just on the island, and I'm not playing it as much as all these other people who run YouTube channels for. I'm trying to get that E thing, as you can see. Anyway, the other people that run these YouTube channels for a living, and that's what they do. I don't do this. I do it to be helpful for people, and I do it because I enjoy it. That's why I do my channel. So I hope you guys, it does help. You see this when I turn my tracking HUD on and turn the taming HUD. I'm going to hit the tracker so I know where that second otter is, because I just fed a second one. So there's two pretty good level otters in here. We're going to feed these guys. Now if you go, let me see, I'll show you guys in a minute. I'll point the direction I'm facing. Actually, the direction my Reaper is facing, if you head that way, that's where my base is. That's at the edge of the, see right there, you can see it like a little, I want to call it the vault from Borderlands, but the little shape of the hole, that's where you can jump down from the green zone to the blue zone, the bioluminescent zone, and then eventually get down to the radiation zone. But I'm right on the edge of that, so it's a good spot to build. If you're playing single player, I recommend this spot. It's really easy to defend. About the only thing that spawns over here is raptors. That's bad. So you got a pretty good spot. And there's a lot of things like as one of the guys that's always commenting on my video said that close to the edge there, if you're really close to it, sometimes you'll get some of the drops, like some of the gems will drop during the earthquakes, and you might get red gems and stuff like that. So good spot to build. I've always built there. My daughter found it when we first was playing Aberration a long time ago, and yeah, just kind of love that spot. So I always build in the same spot if I play it. Kind of boring like that. I'm building the same spot again. Hey, it's the easiest spot, but you can see I get a little better at these sea things. The more you clear out the fish, the easier it is. The bigger fish, so the way, if you don't know how to tame otters, right, you got to kill fish and you got to feed them dead fish. The bigger the fish, the quicker the tame. But the problem with the bigger fish, when you're trying to feed these ones that are stuck on the bottom, these otters that don't want to swim, is that fish gets in the way and you get that drop thing instead of you get the feed message. So you see, watch when I grab it, you see how it's always giving me that drop. It gives you the option to drop, and I got to get that orange thing to feed, so I end up dropping the fish more than I end up feeding it. So see, this says drag body or drop, release body, excuse me, not drag body. I think it says release. It's going so fast it's hard for me to see. Yeah, release body. So it's drag, release, and then the feed one's the one you want. So they're switching into third person there, but still ain't helping me out any. Just wanted to do it for a second to show you guys me dragging this big fish. But man, you're right there. My Reaper made a sound, so check it out. Just eating. Alright, so let's see. Let's try this again. And I don't even know the purpose of the otters, guys. So if somebody watching may know the purpose of the otters in Aberration. I don't know. They're aberrant otters. I don't know if they take radiation damage or not. I wouldn't take them down there in the radiation zone anyway. I'd rather a light pet on my shoulders. And so supposedly these guys, you know, these are insulators, the otters. They'll keep you warm in the cold and cold in the warm. So, which is really strange for me. But where are you going to take them out on here? Are you going to take them to the surface? The surface don't get that hot in the night when you go out there. So it's pretty okay in the night as long as you're out there in the right times. But I just don't see the purpose of the otters. They're cool on Ragnarok or some of these places that have the deadly snow. Like Ragnarok's got murder snow and murder snow. So somebody made a comment, it's like on one of my videos, that they're trying to fly across murder snow and they lost their stuff because they didn't know about it. Well, yeah, it's a bad way to learn, man. That snow is deadly. Oh, there you go. He was swimming. See, when he swims, it's easier. So occasionally they do swim. And then most of the time they'll sit on the bottom, though, so it makes it really difficult. So let's see. Check them out. Get this last one. Oh, I'll look at him in a minute. Let's get this last one tamed first. There's more in here. There's a couple of others in here besides these higher level ones, but I want these two high ones. And then what I did was, I see there's another one right there. I went towards my base, and there's another spot, and I tamed a couple more, but I'm not going to show you guys all that. I don't want to bore you to death. I just want to show you guys the spots. There's like 3 little patches here of fish and otters in this one section. So this is the first one, and then you get closer, there's another one, and there's one big one right by the edge, kind of close to the waterfall, which is where I'm building at. You guys been watching the episodes, you know exactly where I'm at on the map. I'm not going to show you guys the map in this one because I don't pull it out. So this is just me feeding these otters. So gotta figure out that sound thing, man. That sound's really making me mad. I got the company I bought this computer from. I'm like, man, you guys got to fix this, dude, or I'm sending this computer back, basically. Great computer, but the sound problem is makes it not great. I can't have that glitchy sound. You know what's sad is it's really weird. I'll tell you guys something really strange about this. So I have this little sound blip. Sometimes it does this little blip when I'm watching videos on YouTube, and it's just for a second. Not even a second, like a fraction of a second. But these mistakes and stuff it makes when it's recording is only on Ark Survival Evolved and Ark Survival Ascended. It's not on any other game. So I don't understand. Why is it just those 2 games? And I can't figure it out. The NVIDIA, however you say that, I got a hold of these guys with the sound. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but anyway, they got a hold of the sound, and they did all these tests. They had me run all these things, and eventually I could turn something off. And they're saying their new NVIDIA 4090 graphics card, which is what I have, which does the sound and all this stuff, has an issue with this one part of the sounds, and they don't have a fix for it yet. I'm like, oh great. So just be wary, man. You might have a problem if you buy one of these new graphics cards. Yeah, so there is a fix. You got to turn something off, but then it makes it sound horrible everywhere else. But when you're playing Ark, it actually sounds okay. But I'm not going to do that. So, but there you go, guys. We tamed a few otters, and I'm trying to pick them up with the soul gun. That's the soul gun, by the way, from Dino Storage version 2. But there's one of the otters on my shoulder that I picked up earlier. Let's turn this off so I can get a good picture. But if you guys liked the episode, please like and subscribe. Thanks as always, guys, for watching. And I will see you next time.